Win through demonstration. Your success will be your ultimate and silent persuasion. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. This law is a cornerstone of strategic interaction. It is about keeping people off balance and in the dark. If you are too open and honest about your true intentions, you make yourself predictable. And if you are predictable, you are easy to counter. You give your rivals and enemies the information they need to thwart you. The master strategist learns to master the art of misdirection. You must learn to hide your true purpose behind a smokescreen of decoys, red herrings, and plausible-sounding but false objectives. By dangling a fake goal in front of your opponents, you keep them occupied and looking in the wrong direction. While they are busy preparing a defense against your stated intention, you are free to pursue your real objective without opposition. This tactic has been used for centuries in warfare, politics, and business. The legendary German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck was a master of this law. In the 1860s, Bismarck's goal was to unify the German states under the leadership of his own state, Prussia. To do this, he knew he needed to provoke wars with Denmark, Austria, and France. But he needed to appear as the victim, not the aggressor. To the outside world, he presented himself as a man of peace, a bluff and honest country squire. He talked endlessly about his desire for stability and his respect for treaties. This was his smokescreen. Behind this facade, he was methodically and ruthlessly provoking his enemies to declare war on him. He manipulated diplomatic cables, leaked false information, and created international incidents, all while publicly proclaiming his peaceful intentions. His opponents, blinded by his honest appearance and his decoy goals, repeatedly fell into his traps. They would declare war, appearing as the aggressors, allowing Bismarck to rally the German states behind him in a defensive action. By the time they realized his true intention, the unification of Germany, it was too late. He had already achieved it. How do you apply this law? First, learn to control your tongue. Do not casually reveal your plans and goals, even to friends, unless it serves a specific purpose. You never know how that information might be used. Second, use decoys. Have a plausible, stated goal that you talk about openly. This will misdirect the attention of those who might want to stand in your way. Let them believe they know what you're after. Third, appear to conform to social conventions. Seem open, friendly, and honest. This will make your true, concealed intentions much harder for people to detect. The perfect poker face is often a smile. This law requires a great deal of self-control and a cynical view of human nature. It is the recognition that in the game of power, what is hidden is often more important than what is shown. Master the art of concealment, and you will always be several moves ahead of your competition. The transformation from pawn to player. So what happens when you begin to see the world through the cold, clear lens of these 48 laws? What is the ultimate result of this unsettling education in power? The transformation is profound. It is a shift from being a pawn in the game to becoming a player. The you from before was perhaps naive. You believed in a world of pure intentions, of fairness, of open and honest communication. You were likely frustrated by office politics, confused by sudden betrayals, and blindsided by the hidden agendas of others. You were a pawn, moved by forces you didn't understand. The you from after is a realist. You are no longer naive. You are a student of human nature in all its complexity, both its light and its shadow. You understand that power dynamics are an inescapable part of life. You become more cautious, more deliberate, more strategic. You start to see the moves behind the moves. You understand why your boss might take credit for your idea, never outshine the master. You recognize the power of the quiet person in the meeting, always say less than necessary. You see the futility of arguing and instead focus on demonstrating your value. Win through your actions. This knowledge does not necessarily make you a colder or more manipulative person. It makes you a more effective one. It gives you the tools to defend yourself. You learn to anticipate the moves of others, to protect yourself from those who would use these laws against you. You gain a sense of control. You are no longer a victim of the game. You can choose to play it or not to play it. But now you know the rules, and that knowledge is power itself. You stop hoping for the world to be fair, and you start playing the game with the rules as they are. And in doing so, you take back control of your own destiny. Now you have been given a glimpse into the dark and strategic world of power. You have learned that what seems to be is often not what is. The principles are timeless. The choice to use them is yours. But the first step to mastery is observation. So here is your challenge. It is not a challenge of action, but of perception. For the next 48 hours, I want you to simply watch. In your meetings, in your family, in the news, watch the quiet game of power being played. Don't judge it, don't interfere, just observe. Identify one instance where you saw one of these laws or any power dynamic in action. Then come back to the comments, if you feel comfortable, and share the law you observed. For example, I saw law number 1 in action today. Or, I noticed someone using law number 4 in a negotiation. This exercise will begin to open your eyes to the invisible currents that shape our world. Wait, before you go, let's make sure this summary truly counts. Feeling inspired but a little overwhelmed? Wondering what